Welcome to 2013. Happy New Year. On January 1st, 2013, Congress passed a new tax bill. This is good news and bad news for some, but for the most part, it's good news. I'll go through each and every one of the subjects that was covered in this 157-page bill, and I'll see if I can't make it more simple for you. So the first topic is probably the most important one to all of you. What happened to income taxes? Well, the good news is this. For 98% or more of you, you won't be paying any more in income taxes. Now, this doesn't mean you won't be paying any more in taxes, but it means that your tax brackets and tax rates will pretty much be staying the same. However, for single making over $400,000 and for married making over $450,000, your tax rates will be going from 35 to 39.6, plus some others to come. The second main subject on this bill is itemized deductions. If you're single, $250,000 income, or married, $300,000 income, you begin to get phased out on your itemized deductions. The third main subject is personal exemption phase-out. So same brackets. If you're single at $250,000 and married at $300,000, you begin to lose your personal exemption at that level. So the fourth subject is where I told you there was good news and bad news. Remember, I told you, you may not be paying a higher tax rate, but you may be paying more taxes. If you're still working, your Social Security rate is going to go from 4.2% to 6.2%. And if you're making $100,000, that right there is an increase of about $2,000 in taxes in the coming years. For the fifth subject, it's the 3.8% surcharge for Obamacare. If you're single at $200,000 or married at $250,000, you have a 3.8% surcharge on top of your net investment income. The sixth subject is the estate tax law. Now, for many of you high net worth people, this is going to be a great piece of news. Congress has made the $5.2 million permanent. So what that means is if you're married, you have a $10.4 million permanency, and they also passed a law that made the portability permanent. But don't forget, you have to follow your 706 or you lose that portability. The bad news is that the top estate tax rate is now 40%. Capital gains. And once again, for our top taxpayers, our tax rate for capital gains has gone from 15% to 20%. Great news for all of you accountants out there. They passed an AMT patch, which comes with an inflation rider on it, and this is also permanent. In-plan Roth conversions. The thing to remember about this is you can always do Roth conversions inside the plan if the plan had a Roth capability inside it and it allowed in-service conversions. So you can continue to do that and it's permanent. However, your plan must still have a Roth capability inside of it, and you must still be allowed to do an in-plan conversion. Now, the pitfalls to this is you can't do a recharacterization, so you better be very certain that you want to do that conversion inside of your 401k. In addition to that, unlike a typical Roth IRA that has no RMDs, any plan Roth IRAs must have RMDs when you reach 70 and a half. So the question you would ask is, why would you do a conversion inside of a 401k? Well, in most cases you wouldn't. Your preference would be to roll your money from the 401k to an IRA and then do a Roth conversion. But in some people's cases, it may be years before you can do any kind of an in-service distribution from your 401k, and that leaves you with no choice but to do the conversion inside of the 401k. Qualified charitable distributions. Now, this only applies to you if you're over 70 and a half. But what they've done is they've extended QCDs from 2012 to 2013. However, they haven't made these permanent. So, if you took an RMD in the year 2012, as long as you do the QCD before 1/31 of 2013, it counts in 2012. And if you haven't done that yet and you want to do the QCD, as long as you get it done by 1/31 of 2013, it counts for 2012. So there you have it. That's your short version of the 157-page Fiscal Cliff Update. There's much more to this, and if you want to know more about how we can help you and more about how this bill actually affects you, please give us a call at 1-800-538-8001 or visit our website at www.yoursafemoneypeople.com. As always, first consultations are free. We look forward to showing you how to improve your retirement future. Keep smiling and have a wonderful day.